The desert shakes before you even see it. A cloud of dust rises over the horizon. The sound grows louder, deeper, angrier, and then it appears. The Ford F-150 Raptor, charging across the wasteland like a machine built for the apocalypse. Massive tires ripping through sand, suspension flying over rocks, twin-turbo power roaring through the open air. This is not just another pickup truck. This is America's off-road monster, and what it can do next will surprise even the biggest truck fans. Every truck claims to be tough. Every truck claims to handle rough roads, but the Raptor was designed for war zones, deserts, mountains, and places where normal vehicles simply give up. Ford did not create this machine for smooth city streets. They created it for chaos. The moment you step inside, you realize this truck is different. The seats grip your body like a race car. The steering wheel feels aggressive. Every button, every screen, every detail reminds you that this beast was born to dominate, and the deeper you go, the crazier it gets. The story of the Raptor started years ago when Ford engineers asked one dangerous question. What if a factory pickup truck could perform like a Baja race truck? Most companies would never dare attempt it because the risks were massive. Building a truck that could survive high-speed jumps, brutal terrain, and extreme punishment seemed impossible. But Ford ignored the doubts. They built something wild, something the world had never seen before. And when the first Raptor arrived, it changed the truck industry forever. People expected a normal off-road package, maybe bigger tires, maybe a lifted suspension, but Ford unleashed a monster, wide, aggressive, and brutally powerful. The Raptor looked like it escaped from a military testing facility. Huge fenders surrounded giant wheels. The grille screamed dominance with giant Ford lettering across the front. And when drivers pressed the throttle, they realized this truck was not pretending. It was the real deal. But Ford was only getting started. The modern Ford F-150 Raptor pushes the concept even further. Under the hood sits a high-output twin-turbo EcoBoost V6, producing terrifying power. Instant torque explodes the moment your foot touches the accelerator. The truck launches with shocking speed for something this massive. You do not expect a giant pickup to move like a sports car. Yet, the Raptor keeps proving physics wrong again and again, and the sound it creates makes the experience even more addictive. Then comes the suspension. The legendary Fox Live valve shocks are pure engineering madness. These shocks constantly adjust themselves hundreds of times every second, reading the terrain and reacting instantly. Rocks, sand, potholes, jumps. Nothing feels impossible. The truck absorbs punishment that would destroy ordinary pickups. Drivers can fly across rough terrain at insane speeds, while the cabin remains shockingly stable. It feels less like driving a truck and more like piloting a trophy truck from the Dakar Rally, and that changes everything. But power alone does not make the Raptor special. What truly separates it from the competition is confidence. This truck makes drivers feel unstoppable. Mud, deep snow, sharp rocks, steep climbs. The Raptor attacks obstacles with terrifying ease. Its advanced four-wheel drive system constantly adapts to changing surfaces. Different drive modes transform the truck's personality instantly. One moment it's calm and comfortable. The next, it becomes an off-road predator ready to destroy the wilderness. And the results are unbelievable. One of the most insane features is Baja mode. The name alone sounds dangerous. Activate it and the entire truck changes. Throttle response sharpens, gear shifts become aggressive, exhaust notes grow louder, suspension settings prepare for high-speed desert running. Suddenly, the Raptor feels alive, hungry, and violent. Ford created this mode specifically for extreme off-road driving, and once drivers experience it, they understand why the Raptor has such a legendary reputation, because no normal truck feels like this. And then there's the design. The Ford F-150 Raptor does not try to hide its aggression. Every angle screams power. The massive grille dominates the front end. LED lighting slices through darkness like a futuristic weapon. The widened body gives the truck an intimidating stance. Even standing still, it looks ready to attack. On the road, people stare, children point, phones come out for pictures. The Raptor has become more than a truck. It's now an icon, and Ford knows exactly what they're doing. Inside the cabin, the Raptor balances toughness with technology. Massive digital screens glow across the dashboard. Premium materials surround the driver. Heated seats, advanced cameras, massive infotainment systems. Everything feels modern yet durable. Ford designed the interior for drivers who want luxury without sacrificing adventure. You could drive this truck into the mountains or pull up to a luxury hotel, and it would fit perfectly in both worlds. But hidden beneath the comfort lies something much more extreme. Because the Raptor was not built for comfort first, it was built to survive. Engineers tested this truck in brutal environments, blazing deserts, freezing temperatures, rocky trails, endless punishment. They jumped prototypes through the air, slammed them across rough terrain, and pushed them beyond normal limits. Most trucks would break. The Raptor kept going. Ford understood something important. True legends are created under pressure, and that philosophy shaped every part of this machine. Even the tires tell a story. Massive all-terrain rubber grips almost any surface. These are not cheap cosmetic upgrades. They're designed for real off-road punishment. Combined with the widened track and advanced suspension, the Raptor achieves levels of stability that seem impossible for such a large truck. Drivers can attack corners on dirt roads with shocking confidence. Sand dunes become playgrounds. Rocky paths feel manageable. And every second behind the wheel creates pure adrenaline, which explains why owners become obsessed with this truck. Then came the moment nobody expected. Ford decided the regular Raptor was not insane enough, so they unleashed the Raptor R, the most extreme factory Raptor ever created. This machine shocked the automotive world because Ford dropped a supercharged V8 under the hood. Suddenly, the truck world changed forever again. Massive horsepower, earth-shaking sound, brutal acceleration. The Raptor R became a monster among monsters, and competitors immediately panicked because Ford had just raised the bar to terrifying new heights. The supercharged engine inside the Raptor R transforms the entire experience. Press the accelerator and the truck explodes forward with a violent force. The exhaust screams like a race car mixed with a fighter jet. Dirt flies everywhere as the tires struggle for grip. Even experienced drivers are stunned by the sheer madness of this machine. It feels excessive, irrational, almost ridiculous. And that's exactly why people love it, because the Raptor R represents freedom, power, and pure automotive insanity. But despite all this aggression, the Raptor remains surprisingly practical. That's what makes it so dangerous. It can tow heavy loads, carry equipment, handle family road trips, drive through cities, and still dominate the wilderness. Few vehicles on Earth combine this much capability into one package. It's both a workhorse and a performance machine, a luxury cruiser and an off-road weapon, and every competitor keeps trying to copy the formula without fully understanding what makes the Raptor special. The truth is, the Raptor is not about numbers. It's about emotion, the feeling of sitting high above the road, hearing the engine roar, feeling the suspension absorb impossible terrain, watching people turn their heads as you pass. It creates an experience few vehicles can match. Driving a Raptor feels like entering another world where ordinary rules no longer apply, and that emotional connection is what transformed this truck into a global phenomenon. Social media helped fuel the legend. Videos of Raptors jumping through deserts, climbing mountains, blasting through mud spread across the internet. Millions watched in amazement. Truck enthusiasts became obsessed. The Raptor turned into a dream vehicle for an entire generation. Young drivers hung posters on their walls. Adults traded expensive sports cars for one. Ford had created something bigger than expected, a truck that became a lifestyle symbol, and the impact continues growing every single year. Competitors noticed immediately. Ram answered with the TRX. Chevrolet pushed harder into off-road performance. Toyota started evolving its truck lineup. The entire industry changed because of the Raptor. Before it arrived, high-speed off-road trucks barely existed. Now, every company wants a piece of the market. But many fans still believe Ford remains king because the Raptor feels authentic. It feels like the original predator that forced everyone else to chase it, and that legacy matters. One reason the Raptor dominates is balance. Some off-road trucks focus too heavily on raw power, others sacrifice comfort for capability, but the Raptor blends everything together remarkably well. Daily driving feels smooth, highway cruising feels comfortable, yet the moment the pavement ends, the truck transforms into something feral. That versatility makes owners trusted in every situation, from crowded cities to empty deserts, and that trust is hard to earn. Fuel economy may not be the Raptor's strongest point, but buyers rarely care. Nobody purchases a Raptor hoping to save fuel. This truck exists for excitement, for adventure, for presence. Owners understand the trade-off. The moment the engine fires to life and the exhaust growls through the air, logic disappears, emotion takes control, and suddenly fuel numbers no longer matter because experiences like this are rare in the modern automotive world. The sound of the Raptor deserves special attention, especially the Raptor R. Modern vehicles often sound muted, artificial, controlled, but the Raptor fights back against that trend. The deep, aggressive exhaust note creates drama every time the engine starts. Cold starts shake neighborhoods, acceleration echoes through tunnels, downshifts crackle with energy. It reminds drivers why powerful machines became legendary.